There are times in our lives that we know, I think, that we know 100% we're doing the right thing. No question about it. We know that what we're doing is our tafkid. What tafkid? Not the tafkid of life. Maybe that's very, very hard to know. But let's call it the tafkid of the moment. You know, the idea of being mindful, being focused. Not the tafkid of life, but the tafkid of the moment. The purpose of right now. I know for sure I'm doing my purpose right now. And during that time, there is no doubt. There is no confusion. Okay? I want you to think about this for a second. I'm going to give you an example, or maybe a few examples to bring up my point. Imagine one day, while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, there is a massive Yitzhara that comes and attacks you. He tries to corner you, whatever it is, Shmir Sinayim, Lashon Hara, going somewhere you shouldn't go, doing something you shouldn't do, dressing sneas, focusing on your learning, whatever the case is. Okay? At that moment, right there, the Yitzhara is about to get you. It's either you either say yes or you say no. Like you make believe on your computer, you can either close your computer and walk out, or you keep it open. I don't think there's any doubt of what your tafkid in that moment is. There's no question about it. At that moment, we can all agree that there's nothing that exists in the world. There's nothing that you need to do other than fighting this Yetzirah and overcoming this Yetzirah. That is the most important thing. That's your job right now. That's your tafkid right now. And this really applies to everything in life. There's nothing else then. Now, after you overcome that Yetzirah, fine. So then it's the next job of that moment and whatever it is. Right? Another example, when you're benching, you're thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the food that you just ate. And you're praising Him. You're praising Hashem, the King of the world. You're praising Hashem. Think about that for a moment. You're praising the Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You, flesh and blood, you have a schus to praise Hashem. Deraisa, by the way. Benching is deraisa. So now you're benching. You're by a Shabbos meal, Friday night, Shabbos day, Shalosh Shabbos, Malava Malka, whatever it is, and you're benching. There is nothing in the world that you are supposed to be doing at that time other than benching. Nothing. That's your tafkid in the moment. You're putting on tefillin. You're about to make your bracha on tefillin. There's nothing in the world that exists right now. You're about to make a bracha on food. There's nothing that exists. Nothing. This is your tafkid for now, and there's no confusion about that. And obviously, I'm talking about when you're using your seichel. Like if you're davening shachris during Meir, obviously use your seichel. You're doing the right thing. During that time, there's no question of what you're supposed to be doing. During first seder, if you're learning, there's nothing in the world that you're supposed to be doing other than learning. Nothing. You're in the middle of davening Shmoneh Esrei. There's nothing that you're supposed to be doing other than davening Shmoneh Esrei. So that means that we know what our tafkid is at many points in our life. We know with 100% clarity, crystal clarity, what we're supposed to be doing at those given times. Now, at every single second, do we know? I don't know, but there are many times that you do know. Okay, so what does that mean? What does that change? If I know 100% that while I'm benching right now, I'm supposed to be benching, or right now I'm learning, or right now I'm talking to this person, or whatever the case is, I know that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So, well, what does that change? And the answer is, like we said before, well, when we know that we're accomplishing our mission, when we know that we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing, then we'll do it with so much more passion, so much more fire, so much more focus, because we're literally succeeding in the mission of life for right now. And I guess if we internalize this idea and all over our life, I'm not saying it's easy, but if we could internalize this idea, we'll serve Hashem so much better. Every bracha you say will be different. All the kavana you have will be different, because there's nothing in life going on other than this.